In a previous episode, I spoke about how some individuals aren't genuinely friendly, but are actually strategic. And afterwards, I found myself wondering if some individuals can behave like that, then why wouldn't some institutions do the same? Because when you think about it, organizations aren't just abstract entities, they're groups of people operating under shared incentives. And if incentives shape behavior at the individual level, then logically they'll shape it at scale too. And I'm not making accusations here, I'm just following the pattern. Because once you understand how systems reward certain outcomes, then you start to see how behavior changes inside them. So, at a personal level, transactional behavior might look like being warm when there's something to gain and distant when there isn't. Whereas at the institutional level, it looks slightly different, but the pattern is similar. And it shows up in policies, messaging, decisions, and priorities. And not necessarily because someone sat down and planned it that way, but because the incentives naturally push things in that direction. And this is the part that really matters. Most people inside these systems don't experience themselves as manipulative. They experience themselves as, well, I'm just doing my job, following orders, policies, etc. Just like individuals who act transactionally don't see themselves as dishonest, they see themselves as practical. And that's why this isn't about villains, it's about structure. Because systems don't respond to feelings, they respond to incentives by rewarding predictability, compliance, and results. And over time, that shapes behavior, just like it does with individuals. And once you start to see things this way, certain things start making sense, such as why organizations speak in moral language but act according to risk, why institutions can sound caring while behaving impersonally, and why trust erodes because people start to feel that mismatch. And to be clear, this doesn't mean that everything is corrupt, and it also doesn't mean that nothing is sincere, but it does mean that structure matters. And once you see that, you stop taking everything personally. You stop expecting systems to behave like people. You stop assuming intent where it's just incentive, and you start thinking more carefully about where to place your trust. Because institutions don't behave like humans, they behave like systems. And understanding that doesn't make you cynical, it makes you realistic. I'm Andy Gates, and this is Between Worlds. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.